So we shouldn't believe everything that we read on the internet, but if it's about Japan, you definitely shouldn't believe what you read on the internet. As someone who's lived in Japan for almost 10 years now, I've seen my fair share of misinformation, but it feels like recently things have gone especially bad. I've got like a billion tabs open, so let's get started.
Metro stations in Japan have futuristic platforms, making it easier for parents with strollers and people in wheelchairs to get on and off. And
okay, if this does exist, I'll be really impressed because that's actually really cool and very, very helpful. Okay, JR West tests new wheelchair ramps that let users board solo. Cool. Okay, so it exists. Where does it exist though? That is the real question. JR West showed the testing of the prototype at Sakurajima Station on the Iwasaki Line in Osaka. If the test is successful, the site will be the first of its kind among rail operators in Japan. I mean, cool, amazing technology. Because at the moment, if people need to get onto a train and you're in a wheelchair, for example, I'm not entirely sure how the system works, but you can call over an attendant and they will make sure to pull out like a little ramp so they're able to wheel on by themselves. I have to assume that it would be very kind of like cumbersome and annoying to have to like keep asking for help to get onto the train. I wish that this was more widespread. 2021, okay. It does exist in one station in Japan. One. You get one.
Japan has these popular couples cups designed so two people can drink at the same time.
If Japan has been selling Slurpees this entire 10 years I've been here, I'm going to be so pissed. So this is definitely not Japanese. It says Hawaii right there on the label. How do they think that people won't catch this? I guess it's because they won't catch it. Nice. Okay, hold on. I can't explain it to you, but this looks Chinese as hell to me. Exercise bike, McDonald's. What? In China! I f***ing knew it. Damn, I'm good. How did I know that was in China? I'm just different, you know? Just built different. So I asked on Instagram, like, if there was anything I'm missing. And Jo from the Tokyo chapter, she recommended the story about vending machines in Japan that give out free water and food in emergencies. I've just assumed that this was real. And so when she said, like, please debunk it, I was like, hang on a second. What? Machines in a coastal city of Akko. Okay, so in this little town near Himeji, so there's vending machines which will offer free food and drink in the event of an earthquake or something. 2 machines! 2 machines. 2 machines in the whole of Japan is all it takes for all of these sites for people to talk about it. The vending machines were installed at the end of March, the health and welfare facility and the community center, both of which are designated evacuation shelters. I mean, like, it seems like it's like a concept, like a prototype of this kind of device, and it would be amazing if this was available to all vending machines around Japan. But so far, there is 2 of them. This is crazy. Actually, maybe I assumed that like some vending machines would do it, but not others. I didn't expect that it was actually only 2 vending machines. This is good. This is good for us. We're all learning something today. Great. I'm so happy. Yay.
In Japan, there are ice creams that don't melt at all. They seem like they are at room temperature, yet they are still cold. They are safe to eat.
Really? That is pretty cool though, if it's true. Polyphenol liquid has properties to make it difficult for water and oil to separate and be hard to melt. Is it only one ice cream that has this? Oh, that... Why does he look like that? I can't see any like polyphenol, strawberry polyphenol or anything written on the label. So I don't know. It's the same one used in the video, so let's see if it does. Oh, it is starting to melt. Oh, it's melting. This is gonna be such a mess to clean up later. It's burning. To be fair, it does. It just smells like burnt sugar. But, you know, a lot of it did melt. Just for fun, I asked my friend in Australia to try burning an Australian ice cream. Into the fire. And she really couldn't get it to burn. It just melted.
It didn't burn.
When you compare the nutritional information for both of the ice creams, the Japanese one has like 35% more sugar, which does make it a lot more prone to burning faster. But yeah, I don't know. I guess it's kind of inconclusive. I don't know. This isn't scientific. What do you want from me? As we're literally just talking about like Japan's living in the future. The whole TikTok account is called Japan in Future. Oh no. I feel like most people know now that like the stereotype of Japan is living in the future is a bit like outdated. Like I think most people know the truth, but it is still kind of the most prevalent thing that you hear about Japan.
This unique egg frying machine that can cook multiple eggs at once.
I've never seen this machine before in my life, and it looks Chinese as hell. Come on, man. Don't make me get out Google Translate. See, semicolon, continuous frying egg robots. Ta-da! Just like I said.
Instead of gathering dust and making streets look dull, a machine cleans them in seconds, restoring...
This doesn't look like Japan. That looks like Chinese writing. All of the like futuristic things, they're all in China. It's not even Japanese.
You can get this anti-wrinkle spray that removes wrinkles from your shirt instantly.
No
Just
way.
spray it on, give your shirt a quick shake, and boom, wrinkle-free and ready to go.
All right, I'm going to try that. I definitely want to try that. Same spray, different smell. Let's see if it works. Ooh, that is a strong smell. Pull it down. Hang on. I think it definitely looks better than it did before, but it's nowhere near like ironed. I would never say that this looks like an ironed shirt. I do wonder if it's like looking better just because it's wet. I'm going to try it with just a water and vinegar mixture. 50-50 of both. Let's see. Definitely doesn't smell as nice, but I'm not going to lie, that kind of looks better. But it smells terrible because it's vinegar. So in short, yeah, it works, but I think it's just because of the moisture. Unconfirmed really, but kind of true, I guess. Let's see some Instagram. Japanese ice cream maker Akagi Nugyo, wow, that's hard to say, aired a 1-minute ad apologizing for raising the price of the iconic popsicle from 60 to 70 yen, the first price increase in 25 years. It's sold at 60 yen for 25 years. That is actually very, very impressive. That's up there with like Arizona iced tea and Costco sausages. That's great. Oh, I see. And then in the corner it says Gari Gari Kun is going from 60 yen to 70 yen. The top comment. It's okay, just don't do it again. Oh no. Oh, it's gone up to 80 yen now. Wow, inflation. We're prepared for the difficult situation to continue for a long time to come. Just to be safe, I also took a photo of the previous version. It's more cost effective to do the photo shoot. No way. That is so funny. And their bow is getting deeper each time. That's amazing. It wasn't a PR stunt. It wasn't satire. 100% it was satire. Yeah, this is the thing that's like frustrating about it all, is that it's like, it embodies the nation's deep-rooted values of humility, sincerity, and customer respect. Like, I don't know, that could be true, but it's definitely good marketing. I'm sure that they do care about their customers. I'm not saying that, but I don't think that it was deep-rooted in humility. I think they saw a marketing opportunity and they went for it, and it paid off because it's an excellent ad. Okay, and then it's just a bunch of people saying 6, 7. I gotta say, the watermelons are quite cool. Like, they grow them in a very specifically shaped box, so you can have them like shaped in the shape of Mount Fuji or a cube kind of watermelon, and it's pretty cool. However, a little known fact is that you can't actually eat the watermelons. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could eat them. You wouldn't get sick, but yeah, apparently they taste terrible. Okay, I'm pretty sure like a lot of trains around the world have that as a feature. That's not a Japan only thing, okay? This is it. Japan is living in 2050 starter pack. And it's like either useless gadgets for trivial tasks, straight up disinformation, Japan equals Tokyo, sometimes shot in another East Asian country, or tech common in most Western countries. And this is 100% the case. The only time I will ever believe someone when they're saying that like Japan's living in the future is if they're talking about either A, toilets, or B, their earthquake reduction technology. It's kind of insane. Like if you're driving around Japan, you'll see some of the biggest, most insane highways wrapping around mountains, and you know, the buildings that they've got here are just insane. Yet it's one of the most seismically active areas in the world. That is actually something that I'm very impressed by. And the toilets, of course. We all know the Japanese toilets are the best. That is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure that's not Japanese technology though. Glass that turns opaque Inventor. All right, Wikipedia. And I felt like when we were kids, teachers were always like, Wikipedia is not a solid source. But now I actually believe Wikipedia over like most things I read online. I stand corrected. It is the Nippon sheet glass. All right. The first piece of correct information. Okay, that's from Gentle Monster, which is a big trending brand at the moment, but it's not a Japanese company. Is it? Gentle Monster. Haha, South Korean, babies. I've seen this before, yeah. Some yogurts have a lid that is designed to not let the yogurt stick to it. I'm not saying that this doesn't exist. It definitely does. I had a yogurt this morning and it definitely stuck to the lid. That's pretty cool, actually. Why do the men get the cool stuff? I want to play a pee game.
On rainy days in Japan, you don't have to worry about your umbrella dripping everywhere. In front of every store, you'll find an umbrella dryer. Just slide your
in front of every store? I have never in my life seen one of these. Ever. Hang on, is that Macquarie Centre? I'm pretty sure that's in Sydney. I mean, there's a lot of like umbrella casings, like it's like this little mini thin plastic bag and you can stick your umbrella in there and then pull it out and then it covers your umbrella in like a thin plastic bag. I've seen them. Those are pretty common everywhere. It just stops it like dripping on the floor or whatever. A lot of single-use plastic, but yeah, those exist. I've never seen the umbrella dryer though. That would be a lot better for sustainability. Oh, here's a good one. All right, we've moved on to Facebook. In Japan, early coming employees park further away to let latecomers park closer, showing mutual understanding. Excuse me? Okay, let's chuck this into Google Lens and see what comes up. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Where? Oh, it's from Flickr. Okay. Show me the original. Oh. Oh, it's in Odaiba, you see. Okay, let's... I'm this petty. I really am. I really will be dying on this hill. We've got the Fuji Television Network building. This is that big building that's in the corner, right? And then in the photo, they also have a Ferris wheel, which is, I believe this is the Ferris wheel. Okay. And then this building is in the corner, which means that the photo was taken down here of cars parking right next to the International Cruise Terminal Station. Are people really just like taking photos at places, making up an entirely new story and just being like, isn't Japan so dedicated? I feel like Japan is kind of unique in the way where like people love the country so much that they are willing to die for misinformation. The thing about these stories that's very frustrating is not that Japan is not a respectful country, and it's not that they're not very polite or they're not very kind, because in my experience, I would say that yes, the average Japanese person, very thoughtful and very considerate of other people and like keeping the peace as a society, as a big group, as a community. So something like this, like it falls into that category of like, oh, maybe they would because they're just so kind and polite that they would do that. It's just so frustrating because it almost delegitimizes when there are real stories of like respect and kindness, but you just don't hear about it because it's drowned out by bullshit like this that does not matter. I feel like there's either people saying that like Japanese people are absolutely perfect humans and they can do no wrong, and then there's other categories of people that see that kind of misinformation and say like, no, actually Japanese people are super rude and super racist and they're not actually being polite to you, they're just pretending to be polite to you and that kind of thing. You know, the answer is probably somewhere in the middle, but that doesn't get clicks, right? So people are either one way or the other. And this is the same for all media, just across the board in social media. Hey, so I forgot to say some things here. So since filming this video, Chris Broad has actually released a video that drama aside, kind of touches on this topic a little bit, and I really related to him when he said this.
The most unsettling thing is it's never been easier to monetize sensationalist slop content. In the same time that it will take to produce this video, I could go out and film 50 of these videos, make a lot more money with a lot less effort. It is increasingly hard to compete when you're producing videos to a higher standard, when you have to fact check everything. Social media platforms don't care. They don't reward accuracy. They don't reward nuance or objective reason. They reward clicks, they reward attention, they reward sensationalism.
It just feels so rarely rewarding to be a creator with integrity or to hold yourself to a higher standard of accuracy because, yeah, you could be getting mad views for a fraction of the effort. And yeah, it's kind of frustrating. It's very demoralizing. Okay, so this next image, this is actually the reason that I decided to make this video. Kanagawa, hidden gem, where Mountain Sea and Tori meet perfect harmony. Looking for a peaceful escape away from the crowds? Head to Zushi Beach. M-. A hidden seaside haven where rolling mountains, calm waves, and a lone red torii gate paint a scene straight out of a Japanese drama. If this is not ChatGPT, I don't know what is. But the thing that really got me was I was like, oh, wow, this is a really beautiful location. Like all of these photos. And I'm like, hang on a second. They're all kind of similar, yet I've never seen any of these places in Japan. And then I realized the katakana at the top says Fushishan, which is not Japanese at all. I tried to find it on a map. There is a torii gate, this one, Najima Torii Gate, and I've been here before. I've taken like a very similar photo to this. I don't know this creator, but I think it's fair to say that this is an AI image, or these are AI images. And then I went to this person's page. Okay, so like not all of these photos are AI, like these are okay. Okay, this is definitely AI. Yeah, just stealing photos. This is an Instagram creator called Kyoko1903. She takes beautiful photos. I actually don't know how she travels that much. And they get stolen all of the time because her work is just that good. So creators' photos are obviously getting stolen. They're probably using stock images. Nothing wrong with that if they have permission. And then they're also filling in the gaps with AI images of places that just don't exist. Like I'm able to tell whether or not these places are real just because I'm super familiar with the country. But the average person is not going to have that knowledge. They're not going to be able to know whether or not they're real. So what do these companies have to gain by stealing posts and creating fake places that don't exist? Well, they could sell something like a travel guide. So anyway, I bought it, and it's not the fact that it's very simple or very just like very basic advice that you could find anywhere. It's the fact that it has AI all the way through it. There's photos of stuff in here that actually is not in Japan at all. These are not Japanese taxis. And this photo of just like, looks like school lockers. These are not what Japanese coin lockers look like. The information's also outdated. Like one of the restaurants that it's recommending is permanently closed. So go figure. I'm really not someone who is morally and ethically against the absolute, like any use of AI at all. I think like nearly everybody has used AI to like make an email sound more professional. The creation and the ideas are still coming from you. I think that's okay. Even using it for ideation, that is okay as well. In my books as well. You might disagree with me, but this is my stance on it. But if you're using AI to create images of places that do not exist to sell something, then I have a very big problem with it. I don't think that's a controversial opinion at all. It's just that AI makes this stuff so easy and it's saturating the market and making it so that you really don't know who and what to trust anymore. And I've heard people say like, how can you not tell that something is real or whatever? We don't know when we have fallen for it. That's the scary part. I had someone explain it as like the toupee fallacy. Like you only notice a toupee when it's bad. But the reality is there are a lot of toupees out there that you just have thought was regular hair. There's a lot of videos and photos out there that we thought were real, but actually they have just been AI this whole time. And because people love Japan so much and people want things to be true, they're more likely to believe it. It's really difficult to know, and it's only going to get harder to figure out what's real and what's not. And some people might get mad at me, but I would be a terrible business person if I didn't tell you about my travel guide right now. So I have created 2 travel guides called Beyond the Tourist Trail, both of which were created by me, not by AI. The first one is to unique, off the beaten track, hidden gem kind of locations that are accessible between Osaka and Tokyo. These are places that are much further away. They're truly, truly hidden gems. Some of these places don't even exist on Google Maps. They're places that I have personally discovered myself. All of them are absolutely beautiful, and they're kind of places that you wouldn't find in a regular travel guide. And the other guide is called Beyond the Tourist Trail Kyoto Edition. And this is a guide to unconventional, unique locations, specifically in Kyoto, right in the city. Kyoto's experiencing a lot of over-tourism at the moment to very specific locations. But if you travel just a little bit outside of these areas, you'll be met with incredible locations that hardly anybody else visits. It's actually kind of insane. They're both full, comprehensive travel guides with all of the information that you will need to go, including how to survive as a vegan or vegetarian, tips for if you're renting a car, tips if you're traveling traveling with kids, tips for catching the bus, translations of bus schedules. Truly, there is so much information. None of the photos are AI. I have visited every single place in both of these guides, and I fully, wholeheartedly stand behind all of my recommendations. So if you're looking for a travel guide to Japan, to unique, under-traveled, hidden, jammy kind of places, then you will love my travel guide Beyond the Tourist Trail. Go and check it out. There's a link in the description and on my website. Okay, so we've got some photos of, it looks like Oshino-hakai, but this is the photo that caught my attention. Holy moly, this is AI if I've ever seen it. So let's do a little Google search of this one. Holy shit. Oh my gosh. Mount Fuji top 5 spots day tour. Oh no. They are not using this as part of their advertising. Oh. Oh no. This is not an unpopular opinion, but I draw a hard line if you're selling a travel guide or if you're selling a tour guide and the actual images of the place don't exist. So anyway, what did we learn from this? We learned that misinformation is on a huge rise. I just watched a whole entire video from Japan Analysis. You should definitely go and watch it, about a politician in Nara who actually started off his career by getting angry at Chinese tourists who were kicking the deer at Nara. And basically all of the videos were faked in some way or another. But it didn't matter that it wasn't true. It didn't matter that there were AI images or that he just photoshopped them and that kind of thing. All that mattered was that people saw it and people got angry and people were able to use it as an excuse to feel a certain way about a person from a certain country. And it's insane because now the LDP, the running party in Japan, has used that information in one of their speeches, talking about how tourists are kicking deer in Japan and how that needs to be stopped, and how it's kind of like spearheading her anti-immigration arguments, even though Nara City has come out and said there have been no reports of tourists kicking deer. So you might look at this like Japan glazing and think like, well, what's the harm? You know, it's not like it's bad news for them or anything. The problem with labeling a race or a group of people as perfect is that when somebody from that race inevitably does something wrong, because there are bad people everywhere, everyone's going to say, no, they would never do that. They're perfect. It must have been somebody else. I promise this is happening every day in the Japanese media. Someone will be caught doing something bad, and even though all of the signs point to them being from this group or point to them being Japanese, people jump into the comments immediately to say, no, they must be Chinese. No, they must be Korean. You know, like it's stuff like that I've just been thinking a lot about recently, and some of these effects can be so far-reaching and can affect so many people in Japan, including me, including some of my friends recently. And it really worries me. It worries me a lot that this information is not being seen as the misinformation that it is, that people aren't looking critically at these images or videos, that they're just taking it as fact and forming all of their ideas and prejudices based off this information. You know, it feels like around the world, people see misinformation about Japan, and that information is like, Japan is so wonderful and a perfect utopian society, but the opposite is happening in Japan, where a lot of the misinformation is like, look how terrible all these foreigners are in Japan. Be super critical. Be critical of me, be critical of other influencers in Japan, be critical of the information that you read, and check if it's real, check if it's talked about on multiple sites. But yeah, I don't know. I didn't intend for this video to get like as deep as it is, but I've just been thinking a lot about this stuff recently, man. There's just been stuff happening and it's making me think a lot. That's the most vague sentence I've ever said. Let me know if you liked this video. I have got so many more like myths and misconceptions and things that didn't make it into this video. So many more. I could do like a 10-part series on this if you wanted me to. So if you would like that, let me know in the comments. Let me know what other things you would like me to debunk. And like and subscribe if you like it. Actually, a huge majority of people that watch my YouTube channel are not subscribed to my channel. So if you're not, and you've seen my videos a couple times before, you know what to do. Please subscribe. On my Patreon, there's also an extended version of this video, along with so many exclusive videos that will never see the light of day on this channel. So subscribe to Patreon for more. Thank you for watching. Say a prayer for our algorithms. I'm sorry for being such a downer there at the end. Thank you for watching. Love you. Goodbye.